My name is Daniel Carter. I was 34 years old, worked as a senior architect at a fast-growing design firm, and lived in a peaceful neighborhood just outside Chicago. My wife, Melissa, was 32, beautiful, driven, and the kind of woman who could brighten an entire room with just a smile. We had been married for 6 years. At least, I believed we were happy. The warning signs had always been there, but I chose to ignore them. The late-night texting, the constant excuses about working overtime, the way she would smile at her phone before quickly locking the screen whenever I walked past. One evening, I came home carrying her favorite takeout and a bouquet of flowers because I wanted to surprise her. She was already sitting on the couch with her arms crossed. "We need to talk," she said. Those 4 words hit me harder than I ever expected. Melissa looked away before letting out a slow sigh. "Daniel, I think I need a break from our marriage." I forced out a nervous laugh. "A break? What does that even mean?" She refused to meet my eyes. "I just need some space to find myself." "Find yourself?" I repeated, hating every word. "Is there someone else?" I asked. "No," she answered far too quickly. Then everything went quiet. I stared at her for several long seconds. "How long?" "I don't know, maybe a few weeks." It felt like someone had driven a hole straight through my chest. I wanted to argue, I wanted explanations, but when I looked into her face, I saw something even more painful than anger. I saw guilt. The following morning, she packed 2 suitcases and walked out. 6 years of marriage had been reduced to 2 suitcases. The house instantly felt hollow. During the first week, I barely slept. I kept checking my phone, hoping to see a message from her. Nothing ever came. Then I made a decision. I stopped waiting. I joined a gym. I started running every morning. I reconnected with old friends I hadn't spoken to in years. I even accepted an invitation from my business partner, Ethan, to attend networking events. Little by little, the pain began changing into something else. Peace. 3 weeks later, I looked different. I felt different. Then Friday evening arrived. A knock echoed through the front door. When I opened it, I nearly dropped my coffee. Melissa was standing there, but she wasn't the same. Her hair was untidy. Her eyes were swollen and red as if she had been crying for hours. Without saying another word, she suddenly wrapped her arms around me. "Daniel," she whispered. I stood completely frozen. I made a mistake. I slowly stepped back. "What happened?" Tears streamed down her face. "The person I thought cared about me, he lied to me." The room fell silent. My heart almost stopped. There really was a he. I looked directly at her. "You told me there wasn't anyone else." She lowered her head. "I didn't want to hurt you." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. While I had been sitting alone, wondering where our marriage had fallen apart, she had already been running toward someone else. "He promised we would be together," she sobbed. "Then his wife found out about us, and he ended everything." Anger slowly built inside me, not because she cheated, not because she lied, but because I finally realized something far worse. I had never been her first choice. I was simply her backup plan. Melissa reached for my hands. "Please, Daniel, I know I made a terrible mistake. I want us back." Us back? For a brief moment, I looked at the woman I once would have done absolutely anything for. Then I looked at the man standing in the hallway, reflected in the mirror behind her. 3 weeks earlier, I would have begged her not to leave. 3 weeks earlier, I would have blamed myself for everything, but that version of me no longer existed. I